Aaron Murphy here with Belfast Giants head coach Doug Christiansen. And Doug, you just spoke to the media room there about how proud you were of this team, and that's the word I would say if I was in your shoes. I mean, that was a tremendous third period. You're down 2-0, hostile territory against a team that's won a couple of trophies already this season. Just tell me a little bit about the second intermission and the vibe in the room coming out for that final 20.
Well, I thought in the second period we were a bit flat, we were a bit tired. I thought Nottingham's power play, and we talked about it all week, well, I should say all night and all morning, that you can't put them on the power play, and we put them on the power play. They score a couple goals, and that's deflating because A, it's a break from the game plan, but also B, because it puts you behind a very good hockey club. But I just told him, I said, 2 goals is really nothing. We knew that we were going to have to score 2 goals to win tonight regardless. And so I just said, in the first 10 minutes, let's get one. That's it, just get one. Then we got one, and then we got greedy. I said, let's go get 2, and we did that. We hung on, but we had that string of penalties at the end of the game and in overtime. That, let's be honest, if you do that to Nottingham, they're going to hurt you. But you know what? I told the team, I said it has nothing to do with tonight. Tonight and today and everything else is about this team and this team coming together and this team. People will never know. And for that reason, I'm so unbelievably proud of them.
Well, I mean, you mentioned that in the room as well, that people will never know. I think people know how hard this team has worked to stay together, to stay cohesive as a unit with some off-ice distractions, and it's a credit to the coaching staff and to Todd Kelman, how this team has gotten to this point. And just touch on that, you mentioned it, you're happy to be at this point. It just didn't get done, that's it.
Hockey's a tough game. Sometimes you win by a bounce, sometimes you lose by a bounce. Sometimes the puck hits the post, sometimes it goes in. That's the nature of our business. But the one thing that you try to control is you try to control a team being a team. And, man, this was a team. And I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss going to the rink and hanging around them and seeing Noah Clark and Rycroft. And, Graham Walton played 10 years for the club, And it's just fun to be around those guys. And I think the team felt that way about one another. And that's why it got to today.
Well, you could see it in the third period. They truly played for each other, and you've played for each other all year, but that third period was as exciting a period of hockey as I've seen all year. Talk a little bit about Stephen Murphy. I mean, you and I spoke yesterday. He said it's going to come down to maybe Kowalski versus Murphy. It almost looks like we know what we're talking about, because that's what we're talking about right now, is it came down to goaltending.
Well, you know what you're talking about. I just stand behind the bench. Murph was unbelievable tonight, as well as he's played all year. And you know what the thing is that Murph, coming off of an injury, it took him a couple games, but he really found his legs recently. And I actually think for him, having a player to compete against in Zemlak was good for him. It sharpened him. And then, he just took the ball and ran with it. And, tonight he was outstanding. And, it's too bad that we didn't get the win for him, but we would have been in the position to win the hockey game if Murph didn't play as well as he did in that second period and throughout the game.
Look, I know it stings. No one ever likes to lose, and I know you do not like to lose. So all the best. Well done today, and thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Murph, and we'll see you again.
First beer's on me later, okay?
Cheers. Sounds good.